shadowed halls of an ancient keep, 5 bold hearts laid their fears to sleep. With steel and spell they faced the flame and struck down the beast to earn their name. But the dragon's curse was dark and deep. Bound by greed, their souls would weep. From golden glory, their doom was spun, a tale of 5 forever undone. Lyris played on the cursed flute. Each note it sang, her soul grew mute. Her laughter faded, her heart grew stone, till silence claimed her cold alone. Draco swung the fiery blade, its heat consumed the foes he made. But the flames took root in his warrior's heart and burned him down, a work of art. Oh, the dragon's curse was dark and deep. Bound by greed, their souls would weep. From golden glory, their doom was spun, a tale of 5 forever undone. A healer's tears in marble froze. Muriel wept as her sorrow rose. Her heart gave out, her spirit dimmed, entombed by grief for her every sin. Kale the shield stood silent still, a watchful ghost on the ashen hill. His mortal flesh turned stone in dread, a statue marked where heroes bled. Phelan saw through the orb's cruel light, visions blurred the day and night. He dug his grave to escape the sound of futures lost and hope unbound. Yes, the dragon's curse was dark and deep. Bound by greed, their souls would weep. From golden glory, their doom was spun, a tale of 5 forever undone. So heed this song, you who dare to face the horde with your hearts laid bare. For the dragon's curse still lingers on and claims the bold before the dawn. A familiar path now shrouded, lost in a twist. A voice like silver pierced the heavy air. A maiden in the shadows beyond compare. The stone embraced him as her voice fell still, a cruel enchantment bending his will. Around him others with eyes full of fright, a garden of statues caught in her light. He kissed the lips of sorrow, cold as the grave, a love eternal the heart it enslaves. Now he stands frozen in despair, a monument to longing forever there. The graveyard whispers of the ones who tried drawn by beauty to her side. Their stories echo in the chilling breeze, lost to time like fallen leaves. He kissed the lips of sorrow, cold as the grave, a love eternal the heart it enslaves. No escape, no sun to rise, just stone and silence under moonlit skies. Beware the maiden, the voice so sweet, for love can bind and death can greet. A fleeting moment, a tragic call, one kiss of stone to end it all. The crown of youthful glory, now bound in shadow's chain, a tale both grim and gory, a kingdom lost in pain. He feared the dark's deceiving, its whispers in his ear, a curse beyond believing, the king who hides in fear. He cast his wrath upon the land with words of dark despair, and every soul by his command turned to stone, cold and bare. The halls once filled with laughter now echo with his moans, a realm left ever after, a grave of lifeless stones. His heart is carved in sorrow, his throne a lonely pyre. He waits for some tomorrow to end his curse of fire. He cast his wrath upon the land with words of dark despair, and every soul by his command turned to stone, cold and bare. The winds, they cry a warning, the trees, they bow in grief of a king who died still mourning, a reign both brief and thief. Yet hope lies in the distance, a hero's fateful quest to break his cruel existence and give the stone-bound rest. So heed this tale of sorrow, of thrones and cursed dread. Beware the dark you borrow, or walk among the dead. balanced where the willows sway. Her laughter rang, her beauty shone, till the forest called and she walked alone. Oh, stolen by the Fae, where the wild winds sing, to a land of dreams, to a fairy king with a satyr's tune. Her heart was bound, and never again was she seen around. Through a veil of mist, her path was drawn to a forest bright with eternal dawn. The colors sang, the flowers bloomed, and the princess stepped toward her doom. There stood the seer with his flute in hand, a melody spun from a spellbound land. His eyes burned bright, his smile beguiled, and the princess followed, a spellbound child. Oh, stolen by the Fae, where the wild winds sing, to a land of dreams, to a fairy king with a satyr's tune. Her heart was bound, and never again was she seen around. Did call, her father wept, but into the woods no trace was left. A warning now this song does bear, for the Fae can charm with beauty rare. Oh, stolen by the Fae, where the wild winds sing, to a land of dreams, to a fairy king with a satyr's tune. Her heart was bound, and never again was she seen around. So beware the woods by the silver lake, for the fairy songs and the paths they make. A princess lost, a tale retold, of a fairy curse and a heart of gold. Fear they came, where skies were torn with burning flame. The shadowed spire looms so tall, a monument to magic's thrall. Brave are they who dare the night, who pierce the dark with steadfast light. From dread and ruin hope was born, the shadowed spire lies now forlorn. A mage of old with power grim ruled the spire with magic dim. His whisper spread like choking vines, binding hearts in dark designs. But through the gates the hero strode, their will unbroken, their valor showed. With blade and spell they faced his wrath, and carved through shadows a radiant path. Are they who dare the night, who pierce the dark with steadfast light. From dread and ruin hope was born, the shadowed spire lies now forlorn. The battle raged through endless halls, each clash resounded on stone-carved walls. With the mage's fall, his power waned, and freedom's light the land regained. Remember those who gave their lives, who faced the dark where terror thrives. Their tale inspires, their legend grows. The shadowed spire no longer glows. Tangled woods where shadows play, a lover strayed on a fateful day. Her voice like whispers, soft and forlorn, led him to seek the lover's thorn. O thorn of love, so cruel, so deep, a bond eternal, a wound to keep. He bled for her, his heart resigned, forever lost, yet intertwined. Beneath the moon, where wild roses grow, fragile form, a pale cold glow. He kissed the briar, despite its sting, and paid the price love's curse could bring. O thorn of love, so cruel, so deep, a bond eternal, a wound to keep. He bled for her, his heart resigned, forever lost, yet intertwined. The forest weeps where his soul now lies, a ghostly wail 'neath twilight skies. Reach out, but the air is thin. A love once pure, now trapped within. O thorn of love, so cruel, so deep, a bond eternal, a wound to keep. Though worlds apart, their fates aligned, forever lost, yet intertwined. So beware the rose, the petals red, for love can bloom where angels dread. A kiss may seal or break the spell of the thorn-bound hearts that lovers tell. On the silent peaks where the winds don't rest, a warden stood with the solemn quest to guard the gate where the darkness lay. Through countless nights and endless days, a warden of the cursed keep, bound by oaths and wounds that weep, the echoes of your shattered heart cry for the world you tore apart. The whispers came with the siren's plea, from faces lost to memory, a fleeting hope, a yearning sigh. He turned the key with a tearful cry. A warden of the cursed keep, bound by oaths and wounds that weep, the echoes of your shattered heart cry for the world you tore apart. Now the shadows crawl and the land decays under skies of ash and sunless days. In his tower he weeps alone for a world that's lost, for sins his own. A warden of the cursed keep, bound by oaths and wounds that weep, forever chained, a soul bereft, to mourn the world his failure left. So beware the silence, the winds that freeze, where sorrow lingers among the trees. For on those peaks the warden cries, a prisoner now where his honor lies.